Imagine you have an idea, one that excites you, challenges conventional wisdom, or addresses an issue close to your heart. You believe it has the potential to contribute something valuable to your field, but before you can dive into the research, you need to convince others, professors, funding committees, or institutions, that your study is worth pursuing. That's where a research proposal comes in. Your proposal begins with a title, the first impression of your work. It should be clear, specific, and intriguing enough to capture the reader's interest. A vague or overly broad title won't do justice to your study, so craft one that conveys your research focus concisely. Next, you set the stage with an introduction here. You provide the background of your topic, helping your readers understand the bigger picture. Why does this issue matter? What gaps exist in current knowledge? This is where you define the research problem, the core question, or challenge your study seeks to address. Your goal is to make your readers feel the urgency and significance of the problem, compelling them to invest in your work. To ensure your proposal stays focused, you outline research objectives and questions. These serve as the guiding framework for your study. What exactly do you want to find out? Your research questions should be clear and specific, while your objectives should describe how you plan to answer them. If your study involves testing a hypothesis, this is the place to introduce it. Of course, no research stands alone, it builds upon existing knowledge. That's why a literature review is essential. Here, you demonstrate your familiarity with past studies, theories, and key discussions in your field. But this section isn't just about summarizing other people's work. It's about identifying gaps, weaknesses, or unexplored angles that your research will address. This is where you position your study as the missing puzzle piece. With a solid foundation in place, you then detail your methodology, the heart of your proposal. This section answers the how of your research. What approach will you take? Will your study be qualitative, focusing on deep insights and experiences, or quantitative, relying on numerical data and statistical analysis? How will you collect your data? Through surveys, interviews, experiments, or existing records? Who will be involved, and how will they be selected? And once you have your data, how will you analyze it? The more precise and feasible your plan, the more confidence your reviewers will have in your ability to execute it. A strong proposal doesn't just outline a process, it also highlights the expected outcomes and impact of the study. What do you hope to discover? How might your findings contribute to your field, influence policies, or benefit society? Even though you can't predict exact results, you should be able to explain why your research matters and how it could make a difference. Since research takes time, a timeline helps keep things on track. By breaking your project into phases, literature review, data collection, analysis, writing, you show that your research is well planned and realistic. If funding is required, a budget section outlines expected costs, from materials and software to travel expenses and personnel. Finally, no proposal is complete without a references section. Citing your sources properly not only strengthens your credibility but also shows that your work is grounded in existing scholarship. A compelling research proposal isn't just a technical document, it's a persuasive narrative. It tells a story of curiosity, problem-solving, and potential impact. When written well, it inspires confidence in your ability to conduct meaningful research, opening doors to funding, support, and scholarly contribution. If you find this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe.